Time now for semi-final. Number 2 in the recurve women's archery division. And it's a big one. Ana Vazquez of Mexico up against Deepika Kumari of India. Vazquez is 20 years old and the world number 36 came through the qualifying round ranked 6th to get 2 byes through to round 3 of the competition. Deepika Kumari is the world number 3 at 27 years old. She came through qualification ranked 2nd, also benefiting from 2 byes. Vazquez beat Unruh of Germany 6-0 to make it to this point. Deepika Kumari beat Ida Rahman of Mexico 6-0 to get to this semi-final. This is an almighty matchup.
It really is. Again, 2 fantastic competitors, but I think for me, Kumari, she's on such a high here and momentum. You know, the favour's got to be with her.
Kumari won the first stage in Guatemala City, booking her place in the World Cup finals, but another stage win is what she craves. Up against Vazquez, going for her first stage win. Great start for the Mexican. Bit of a longer hold, and that one's gone high. Looks like it's gone into the 8 as well. That's what the scoreboard suggests, at least. So a 10 here. And Kumari has the points, and it is a 10. A 29. 2 points for the Indian archer. Important final arrow from Vazquez is back in the 10s for a 28, so definitely not a bad score. Quality promising to be very high in this one, but the early break comes from Deepika Kumari. She looks very relaxed, doesn't she?
She really does. You know, she's world number 3. You know, getting to this final 4 here is probably going to push her up in the rankings to maybe even world number 1. She's on form. She's looking calm. She's done a lot of work on her mental routine. I think it's really interesting looking at Ana Vazquez. You know, we normally see her out with a team who are quite flamboyant and talkative and chatty, and she's quite quiet so far, quite reserved, and that's different from what we normally see from her.
Yeah, very true. And she, I mean, as the youngest member of that team, it's perhaps a bit of a surprise that she actually anchors that Mexican team.
Yeah, she normally shoots last. She's only 20. She's the only non-Olympian in that team. And yeah, what a role she's played through this year for them to get their team quota spot on this very field just 7 days ago.
Yeah, so already got good memories of a good performance here on this very range. She's going to need it. She trails Deepika Kumari, who is on fire at the moment, by 2 set points to 0. Vazquez to get set number 2 underway.
Lots of support from my coach, you can hear in the background.
No clear pattern here for Vazquez.
No, I think they're generally going off to the high right, aren't they, a little bit?
Neither of them are happy at the moment. Well, 26 in the end for Vazquez. Very gettable here, and Kumari back in the 10 with a 29. Not happy with the second shot, but that's two 29s in a row, enough for a 4-set point to nil lead. Was Kumari indicating something went wrong with her release on that second arrow?
Yeah, she was just going through that normal kind of release pattern, wasn't she? And I think, you know, as an archer, you're just trying to go through what is that normal feeling. You've got lots of memories about what that last shot felt like and how you want it to be going forward. So yeah, just repeat that good shot, how you want it to feel.
Yeah, looking for consistency, that's the key here in this game. It always fascinates me when an archer shoots 10 and pulls a funny face, but you want that. The 10 is great, and that goes on the scoreboard, but you want that repeated process, and that's when you sometimes see a grimace.
Yeah, the most important thing is a good shot, because good shots generally, not always, go in the middle. You know, we count our arrows when we shoot at top level, so when you're doing a session you count how many you've shot, but some archers will actually have a separate counter with how many good shots they shot as well, so that's really important to record, because that's how you know you're making progress. It's all about the process, what you're doing on the line. You can't control whether you shoot a 10 or a 9, because there might be the wind or other conditions happening, or your equipment might be changed, something else might be happening, so it's really about sticking to the process.
Well, Ana Vazquez has to dig deep here. She's 4-0 down. And it could all be over for her in terms of her chance of winning this stage in the next 3 arrows. Oh, what a way to handle the pressure. Put one right in the middle of the target in the X-ring. Longer hold again for Kumari. She's put it in the X as well. Still not happy.
Because of the timing, probably. Couldn't get it through enough, so just practicing again that execution movement. Try and get the normal movement she wants.
No, it's a good shot, but it leaves the door slightly open here for Kumari. Good group as well. This needs to be in the 10. Well, it is in the 10, but you can see the opportunity here for Kumari to take it. Oh, the long hold. A lot of movement as well. Drops into the 9 for a 29. And that is the set shared. So 5-set points to 1. So what is Kumari going through here? Why is she holding on so long at the end?
It's a great question, and we can only, you know, kind of guess a little bit what's going through her mind. But I think when you're under pressure, sometimes your brain's going to tell you to slow it down, you know, be careful, you know, and she's just got to get on with it. She's got to keep her flow, keep her movement. She keeps signalling those that movement of her execution hand from her chin and round, and that's what she's focusing on. Just keep that shot moving.
Well, for the people that know the ins and outs of archery, a simple question might be, well, why doesn't she just let go?
Yeah, well, we've got the draw length indicator there, so the clicker, so the arrow's under the clicker, and you've got to keep moving until it literally drops and goes clear. You just saw it on that replay there. So,
and you can spot that if you're watching. You can spot that by watching the end of the arrow that's going to fly into the target, and you'll see a little lever click.
Yeah, just falls down. That means that the archer is drawing to the same amount every time. If they draw too far, the limbs would have more power. That arrow would go higher. So it's important that they draw to the same amount every time. And it also means it's a subconscious release. It's a reaction. The archer just needs to keep pulling and pushing and pulling and pushing. That drops and a subconscious reaction happens and the release happens without you even knowing about it.
We've got a perfect picture of Ana Vazquez starting set number 4. We have seen archers come back from 5-1 down before. And there's no question that Vazquez has the quality to fight back here. That is unfortunate. An 8 usually spells problems when the conditions are so calm. A little bit better from Kumari. Still not looking 100% happy. Well, Vazquez has to put a 10 down here, and even if she does that, now Kumari is on 5 points. She can level up, puts it into the 9, so this could be a clear win here. 27 points for Vazquez. Gets through the clicker, and it's another 9 and a 27 for Deepika Kumari, who gets 1 set point along with Vazquez. But that means she wins the match, and she's through to the final. A 6-2 victory for her. So it means that Mackenzie Brown will face Ana Vazquez in the bronze medal match, and Deepika Kumari will go up against Elena Osipova for gold here in Paris. Curious match, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I mean, Kumari just shot amazingly well. 29, 29, 29, 27 at the end. She's just struggling a little bit with her execution, I think, but what form she is in. She's got through to her 3rd gold medal match of this weekend.
Well, stage winner in Guatemala, and Deepika Kumari has a chance to repeat that feat here in Paris.
La finale, la médaille de bronze débutera dans